What's going on, everybody? It's been a minute since I've done a video. Just waiting on a good topic to come to mind, and I think I got one. I usually come up with these topics through my own experiences, so that way hopefully it's relevant to other people going through the same process. So the title tonight is Playing Jiu Jitsu and Understanding Jiu Jitsu and what the difference is, if there really is a difference. So let's say category A is playing Jiu Jitsu. I look at Jiu Jitsu tournaments as playing Jiu Jitsu, you know, or sometimes just training Jiu Jitsu on the mat. You can have the mindset of tonight I'm just going to play Jiu Jitsu, or tonight I have a specific goal in mind. I was almost going to name this a different title, but I thought I would lose a lot of people's attention and no one would understand what the fuck I'm talking about. I was almost going to call it "Don't Fall in Love with the Hooker" or "Falling in Love with the Hooker." And what I mean by that is falling in love with a hooker, right? You met with the hooker for a blowjob, and somehow you fell in love. You came in with one purpose and you left with another, but the other is not really the purpose you originally came. You fell in love and you fell the wrong direction. So, what does that mean in my own brain in the world of jiu-jitsu? A lot of people seek out a martial arts style to learn how to defend themselves. And I know I beat this drum all the time, but I'm going somewheres. So you're looking for a place to learn how to defend yourself. You go to a place and you learn jiu-jitsu, and hopefully they do have at least some type of self-defense, right? Something that will at least prepare you for if you were in that self-defense situation, which is what you want to learn. On top of that, you're learning tournament-based jiu-jitsu, which is what I like to call playing jiu-jitsu. It's just, fun, flashy techniques that work against other people that understand the jiu-jitsu language. That you're playing jiu-jitsu with the person. It's a nonverbal language of communicating through your body, right? And what happens is sometimes you get so caught up playing jiu-jitsu that you forget about why you even came to jiu-jitsu in the first place. So, before anybody gets upset, let's say you're a high school wrestler, whatever. Wrestling ends for you. You were okay, but you didn't go to college to wrestle. You're still looking for competition, so you join jiu-jitsu to compete. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that's great. And there's a lot to offer to your partners because you have a base, which unfortunately most jiu-jitsu players don't have because we all start on our knees, which is a flaw all by itself. And I always hear the same answer, and I don't mean to rant. Well, if we do the takedowns, you run the risk of getting hurt. Only if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I mean, how many wrestlers come out of... My son's almost 4 years old, and we're going to get him involved in local wrestling here. So, I mean, it depends on who your training partner is. If you don't know how to fall, if you're doing everything wrong. But if you're doing everything wrong, you fucking forgot part A of jiu-jitsu. Because the ground, let's say, is part B. So I'm going to go all over the place with this. So if you want to, some nights I go into jiu-jitsu and I'm in the mood to play jiu-jitsu. Some nights I just want to play jiu-jitsu. I'm not really in the mood to always enforce my will, stick to my game. This is my time to get creative. Maybe try some tricky stuff, some flashy stuff, some reverse De La Hiva, like different stuff. But then there's nights where I put the specific goal in my mind. Okay, tonight is a night where it's if my person was an outside street opponent who was actually bigger and stronger than me, and we were both sweaty because we first got into a hand-to-hand altercation, which I had to struggle first to get him taken down. We're on the ground now, great, but somehow I ended up on my back, let's say. What do I want to do? So now I'm playing with a different mindset. So a lot of the fancier stuff, even collar grabs, I won't do any of that because I can't do that necessarily in the street. So that's the part of me saying that's understanding jiu-jitsu. What jiu-jitsu was originally designed for. And of course some people can say different because Japanese jiu-jitsu, everything's a little different. But think about it, how most of us, how we discovered jiu-jitsu. That's what we're trying. That's what we're trying to improve. And let me tell you too, I know firsthand, if you are on your back in the closed guard, which I love playing closed guard, and you got a guy who's strong, who's bigger, who maybe even just watches the fucking UFC, so he's just at least aware of posture, just even something simple as that, just posture he's aware of, it is going to be really hard for you to work. You can't just play jiu-jitsu at that point. So what happens is, because at this point you now need to be aggressive. You now need to work. You need to work your balls off to control this guy's posture. And if you can't control his posture, if you can't break him down, and you can't get some form of control, you need to make up in your mind right now, it's time to bail. It's time, I went through this the other night, it's time to kick my person off of me and try to get back either to my feet or kick them off of me and shoot for my own takedown again. And maybe that's the way. Just keep attacking with your own takedown. So that would be more on the aspect of understanding jiu-jitsu. What happens though is if you're always playing jiu-jitsu, right? Because I play lazy jiu-jitsu. When I'm playing jiu-jitsu on my back, I play lazy. I like my closed guard. I don't have to worry about getting punched, so I can actually be a little bit slower. I can break you down. I like using Williams guard. If you're not familiar with that, look it up. Sean Williams, the Williams guard. I would honestly say, for my size, my frame, I'm starting to find that in the closed guard, because I'm not that small, but I'm heavy. If I said right, I'm not that tall, but I'm heavy. Yeah. That guard works really, really well. Works really, really well for my body type anyway. But make sure you're not falling in the trap of getting caught up with certain movements and then realizing when it comes to practicality, I can't fucking use it. You know, and that's why I think you look at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and why do the Gracies, why does Hickson stick with something? You know, why is the basics still king? Because the basics were designed to carry me through life. I can use those in the street. I can use them anywhere. And then, of course, now you can get a little flashier. You can learn your guillotines from different positions and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. That if you're going to play jiu-jitsu, also understand jiu-jitsu. Understand what jiu-jitsu is. Understand maybe why you walked in the door. Because I would say maybe in a classroom full of 10 people, 3 of them came to really compete. The others say, fuck it, I'm not a pussy, I'll fight too, and they compete too, and then they end up getting caught in the game of competition, which competition's good, it sharpens your skill, but don't forget you're sharpening your skill against somebody else who understands your skill. That's why I go back and I tell people, roll with white belts, roll with big fucking strong white belts that just act crazy, because that's the guy you're going to deal with in the street. Also, train once in a blue moon strikes with your strikes with your groundwork. Test yourself. If I pull guard, and he has some MMA gloves on, let's say, and he's punching me, I'm going to find out real quick what works, what doesn't work. That's like the proving ground. Also, drill more frequently your takedowns, even if it's a personal, individual thing, like me, right? I'll just let out my shit. I'm a southpaw, which means I stand with my right leg forward. Most people stand orthodox. So I'm in perfect line to set up some punches for a single leg. So once I have that single leg, I can chain 3 different types of takedowns. I can run the pipe, which doesn't always work, but I have at least 2 others that are like good ones. And then I even have other ones that are backups that I can go to the back for whatever thing they do. So it's not a bad idea to learn that shit. Even if you never plan on fucking using it, you never plan on competing, God forbid the day comes that you have to defend yourself. The thing is, you're going to develop confidence when you train. You're going to believe that you can take somebody. So what happens is, which is I think this is awesome, is something might come up someday in life, and you're going to decide, I can be the one to do something about this. You better be fucking sure you can before you sign yourself up. You know, you might be slick as shit on the ground, but if you can't ever get that fight to the ground, it's a tough situation. Now, granted, there's some easy takedowns, and the average Joe doesn't know how to stop it. But I pretend like the average Joe is a fucking UFC fighter. Because I don't fucking know. And this is the fight, man. Where if I fail, this could be really fucking bad. Not saying that I'm saying go out and start a street fight. What I'm saying is, if this is your goal, make sure you really know you can cash that fucking check. You know? So, you'll only know if you practice these things. You know, that's the only way you're going to find out. So, I know this was just another little random video for the night. We're going into 11 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and stop for now. Some of you guys have been really enjoying my videos, and I really appreciate that. I had someone request that I should start advertising to get these videos out there because they like the information. I don't know how to do that, so if any of you out there know how to do that, feel free to give me some information, and I would love to get this bigger and get more people aware, especially if I am here for you. I'm here to give you information that I hope really helps you, that helps you get better. Because in the end of the day, that's our purpose, right? We're all out here to try to help others, and if you're not helping people in life, then you're just taking up space. I think that's about it. Guys, I'll hit you up maybe in a week, maybe in a couple of days if something else comes up. But just remember that. It's awesome to play Jiu Jitsu. I play it all the time, but also understand that there has to be some kind of system once in a while that is your game for how you survive in the street. And what I would probably say is if you're a person that plays a lot off their back, start working to get on top. Because I promise you, when it comes to having strikes thrown at you, you are going to work a lot less hard. If I'm fucking whatever I'm saying. You're not going to have to work as hard if you're on top. And some people might disagree. No. Even if you're a lightweight guy, grab that guy, basic head control and underhook control, go to a mount, ride him out if you have to, but that's a lot easier than being on your back trying to pull his posture down while you're getting punched in the fucking face. Okay? That's that for now. We're 12 minutes in. Guys, don't forget to like my videos, share my videos. If you want to help me get these videos out there, I think the best thing to do is share it on social media. Tag your friends in it so that way they can see it. And I'll just try to keep bringing these things out, and hopefully I can keep bringing you guys useful information. Thanks a lot, guys. Until next time.